Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So in this one, I just want to give you a look at a new little product we got. Quick reason why. Basically, since we got our new little Wrangler, we've been toying with the idea of sticking some sort of power system in it, just for like phone chargers, if we throw our fridge in there, if we're going to go wheeling and that sort of thing. We've been against the idea of a dual battery system. Just in the two-door Wrangler, you don't have the room to have batteries and chargers and all that sort of stuff in there. So it sort of led us down the route of a power box. Now I know there is heaps of cheap nasty ones. Everyone's had them. We've had the cheap nasty power boxes with like the SIG sockets and USBs, and you plug it into the SIG socket in your car. We wanted something more robust and like a bit more of a power output opportunity to run fridges and that sort of thing. So VIC Off-Road reached out to us and brought this up. Now I didn't even know these existed, like this official. So this is a Hima mini power box from VIC Off-Road. And yeah, I'll give you a look at it obviously. I haven't opened it up yet. I looked at it online. I think they're like, what are they, like 140 bucks?
I think so, but I'll chuck it down the bottom here.
Double check, so and we'll put the price in here. But yeah, so basically I didn't have any idea that you could get these distribution blocks in something this serious. I always thought they were those little nasty things. That's what's been turning us off getting something. So when they reached out and they said, you know, would you just like to try our product? I thought, yeah, send us one, I'll have a look. So, I don't know, does that show it? I'm blind, guys, everyone knows that.
That's upside down, Miss Pat.
Upside down, Miss Pat. So, instruction manual, I'm blind, useless to me. So, that can go to M.
I'll take that one.
Here's another bit of cardboard, that can go to M.
Thank you, also for me.
Oh, and that's all the packaging, yep, sweet. So that's all it is. Oh, wow. So it has got a bit of weight, which is very comforting, in my opinion, because that means it's made of something a bit heavy duty. So packaged quite nicely. Now the first thing I noticed is we got like 8mm dual core feeding it to an Anderson plug, so that's already got a lot more demand than the SIG socket. Yeah. Wow, okay, so we've got nice thick plastic, very well made, and almost, we have to double check, but I'd almost say it's waterproof. But we got 4 SIG sockets on the front, we've got a voltmeter, and then it looks like behind here, yeah, behind here we got USBs and USB-Cs. So is that the top that way?
No, the other way.
That way?
That
so
way.
you got USBs, USB-Cs across this area here, volt gauge, on and off, and a light, which I'll soon see what it does when we plug it in, what the light does. That's interesting. But yeah, I didn't, like I said, I didn't want one of those little flimsy ones. I'll get them to put a photo in here of the ones I'm talking about that I've had, everyone's had, and it's let everyone down. This looks like we might be able to run something pretty hefty off it.
Can I just quickly interject and say what a compact little size to have so much stuff on it.
You've got 2 Anderson plugs on the end. We'll have a quick look in the book and see what power draws it says we can do. But yeah, my basic plan is I'll mount this maybe on the back of the center console or somewhere in the TJ and wire it up, and that gives us 2 Anderson plugs, so if I chuck a fridge in the back, I can just plug it in. We've got SIG sockets and we've got all the USBs for phone chargers and that sort of thing. It's just keeps everything in one area really neat. And I might even get it, because we've got nothing in the canopy charger wise of the big Jeep, so we might even get another one and just screw straight in the back on our power wall there, and that gives us all our chargers and outlets and everything. That is so neat. I'm so happy with that. Like, I just love that. Like, look at the power draw that you must be able to pull out of this thing. But we'll have a quick look. All right, so after a quick look through instruction manual by M, we've got 10 amps per SIG socket, which is pretty good. I don't know what you plug into a SIG socket that's going to pull more than 10 amps, but 10 amps per SIG socket and 50 amps per Anderson plug. That's incredible. Like, obviously you're not going to run a compressor off it, because the compressor's like 100 amps. But that is unreal. And there is a auto reset 50 amp breaker inside it to obviously regulate your Anderson plugs. But let's plug this thing in and have a look. All right, so I just did the very labor intensive install of, well actually I just plugged in the Anderson plug. So Here we go, braille this out. We can turn it on there. So straight away got volts. Obviously, what's it say?
13.4. And obviously, yes, it is upside down, but that's because of the cable at the back.
Yeah, so if we turn it up the right way, obviously volts are the right way now. So that's on off. And then we got light here. Is that right?
Yep, that's correct.
So the light is just here on top. So the more you press it, the brighter it gets. So that'd be a nice little cabin light. I'm just going to turn it back upside down. Sorry, guys. All right, you want to pass the charger and we'll plug this phone in? All right, so I'm just going straight for USB-C because let's face it, these days most people are running off USB-C for phone chargers now. And guys, I struggle with USB. So USB-C is plugged in. Now for the other struggle is real.
Bing!
Charging, say rapid charging?
Just push the, yes, charging rapidly.
Charging rapidly. So we're getting a full USB-C rapid charge, which is awesome. That's wicked. So how many of them are there?
There are 3 of those in total.
3 of those. So we've now officially have 3 USB-C chargers in the Wrangler. And I'm going to do another test just on the Andersons. Now this isn't putting it massively to the test because they are a 50 amp output, but it is quite a hefty drain. So right there we're plugged in with the Travel Buddy. We'll turn it on. Full steam, both elements. Is that on both?
Yep.
So both elements are on in the Travel Buddy because this is the big one. So I'll just flick that on. So I'll come back to you in a minute when it's hot and we'll make sure this all holds up to it. All right, so it's been like half an hour that this thing's been on. It's up. Yep, she's hot. No, I can't prove it's hot. All I can do to prove it's hot is, obviously you can see the still heating light is on. And if I just turn it back, there, it's at temperature now there. So that's probably at about 150. There's full at 180, so that's been on for the normal like half hour. So that thing's working a treat. There's no heat coming out of it, like it's not as though it's loading anything up. These wires get warm, don't they? Oh, like you can tell. But yeah, the 6mm wires that come on the Travel Buddy get warm, but those ones aren't. So I'm just gonna unplug this and I'll meet you back at the table. So huge shout out to Stanley and the team at VIC Off-Road for sending this out. Like I said, I was completely blind to the fact that the power boxes came in this standard. Like this is easily the best one I've ever seen. It is incredibly made, so we'll see how it holds up to being beaten for like 6 months, because this will be permanently in the TJ, and if not this one, I'll get another one to put in the big Jeep and it'll be getting used all the time because the fridges will run off it full time. That's actually what I might do, is get another one and run the fridges full time off it for the 6 months and see how it all holds up. So don't forget to tune in and check out the review in about 6 months time on how it's held up. So don't forget to like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. Any comments, throw them down below. Any messages, shoot them through. I'll see you next week.